Don't worry.
So it's another week of football conversations with Shay, Mike, and Joseph. So let's start. Let's review our last week's prediction. Who is currently on top of the prediction table? Who now?
Yes. Well, you said you
Hola.
collated it. You said we need to check. You said I have 4 points. Yeah, Michael have 3 points. But in terms of that, let's go over it game by game. Everyone said City was going to win, and we were shocked
Yep,
because United did not only beat City, they beat City very well.
the walloped
So
City.
yeah, 2-0. So the game ended 2-0. Huge results for United. And I think later on in this today we'll talk about Carrick, who is Joseph's favorite manager right now. I don't know how long that will last for, but and for Brentford and Chelsea, I think we all predicted a Chelsea win. You can confirm. But I
Yeah, we all
predicted
did.
2-1. I thought Chelsea would concede.
We all did. We all predicted Chelsea win.
Unless actually you said Chelsea was going to lose, I don't know. But I think Chelsea fans we went.
No, I said Chelsea was going to win. I'm not that. I
Joseph,
don't
do you
predict
remember?
on bitterness like Joseph.
No, you said Chelsea would win,
Yes,
Okay.
I
but I
did.
think you said we will struggle.
Mhm.
Yeah, I said it would be a difficult game, but you would win.
Yeah, that is the kind of team that Chelsea will struggle against. I mean, we
Yeah,
did struggle
Yeah.
for
exactly.
large parts of the game.
So, like, these
Yeah.
are the predictions for everybody. Like, Joseph predicted that Man City would win. We all did that. He got Arsenal that Arsenal would draw. The rest of us went for Arsenal would win. So, Joseph got that draw. Liverpool would win. We all got Liverpool would win wrong. Everybody did. Chelsea win. We all have Chelsea would win, and we all got Chelsea win right. Joseph predicted that Spurs would draw. She predicted that Spurs, what's it called? Can't even say Spurs prediction now. But Mike predicted that Spurs would draw as well too. I said a win, but West Ham surprised all of us and beat Spurs at home. Newcastle just predicted a draw, which is another special thing. He got 2 draws right, perfect score. What's it called now? For Newcastle, Shay win. Myself said win. Mike said win. Leeds, he just predicted a draw, and that almost happened. Almost happened. He only lost
By
that like in the
Chelsea
last. And so he
late.
saw it. He just didn't see the prophecy to the end. They showed him part of the vision, but maybe he woke up too early. Because when that game was like almost 80 something minutes, I was like, Joseph, I'm not pretty sure it's about to happen.
He jumped on the bandwagon as usual. Peer pressure.
But
That's Joseph's.
the rest of
No,
what I said Leeds win. She said Leeds win. Mike said Leeds win. I said, what's it called? Leeds will win as well, too. So,
that's what is giving you guys that extra point. Okay.
yeah.
Oh, wow.
Then what's it called? Then for Sunderland, what's it called? Joseph Sunderland draw, Shay Sunderland win, Mike Sunderland win, I also said Sunderland win. We all got that right as well. Then the last game would be Villa. We all said Villa would win, but the god of Arsenal said no, not today. So currently Shay is top of the table with 4 points. Myself and Mike are on 3 points, and Joseph is on 2 points. But the important thing is that he got 2 very crucial games that
Greatly,
were
yeah.
difficult to predict right.
But I'm counting 3 though. Or how do you score it?
It's just if he gets right or not, which is the third one.
So the 2 draws, and
Yeah.
then the
You
Chelsea
had
win.
one before the draw. So you didn't get
Which one?
so the second draw you had was which other draw
Yeah.
again? Did I miss one
No, he
out?
said Fulham was going to draw, but they won. So I guess
Yes, they
No,
won. That
not
was the
that. So is the Arsenal draw? Then who else
Arsenal
drew
draw.
this? I think
That's
Wolves will draw as well. Or what do you have
no,
there?
you said Newcastle. Oh, you said they will draw as well too. So it's 3. Sorry, it's 3. Yeah, it's 3.
What's going on here?
3. I forgot that one this morning. So it's 3 for you.
For the 2 draws, I should get a bonus point as well.
discount down on this bonus.
Me that my FPL this week I had -1 in defense. Imagine
As
3
in,
players
Brighton
-1.
players. Ah, which 3
So,
players?
so Sheyi
How?
stopped O'Reilly, Gay, and Van der Ven. So Gay O'Reilly gave me
How did I
0.
go -1?
Gay and
Yeah.
Van der Ven gave me 0. O'Reilly now gave me
Yeah.
-1.
But somebody will come on for Gay for you now.
No, some will come for Gay for you. Yeah, sure. A defender will
The
come
person they
for
Let's
asked
Gay.
even
to.
talk about
So let's go on. So Sheyi is leading with Sheyi leading with 4 points. The rest of us on 3 points. So we have one more game left, which will be tomorrow. And
What do we predict for that one?
Yeah, what did we predict? That's a good. Can we
but
change
yeah,
our
anything.
prediction as well?
I think it's Brighton, right? Who's Brighton playing?
Yeah,
Brighton, Bournemouth.
Brighton, Bournemouth.
Joseph did not predict Brighton Bournemouth.
So I can predict it now.
You can predict it now.
Euro.
What did they predict?
No, let him predict.
No, I won't tell you.
You'd like to be swayed by your peers. Go for
Brighton, Bournemouth. I'll go for a draw.
A draw. I think the draw will do the magic. Sheyi too, you forgot to predict Brighton Bournemouth.
I didn't.
Yeah.
Brighton Bournemouth. Brighton is a weird team because a game like Bournemouth, they'll go and lose. That's the thing about Brighton. They've just beaten United though. They'll lose to Bournemouth. Maybe 2-1 because Bournemouth consists. So 2-1 to Bournemouth. Bournemouth will score 2 goals. Brighton 1.
So Bournemouth will win, right?
Bournemouth will win.
So me and Mike said Brighton would win. I said Brighton would win as well. So Sheyi is going. So the thing is, like, one person will be right. That's the truth. At least one person will be right.
Yes, that's true.
So
about how Carrick demolished Pep. The tactic that he used to demolish. What I don't know, Michael and everybody, Michael and Joseph, you can let me know. I didn't see a back three yesterday. I think I saw 4-4. He played 4 defenders. He didn't play any 3 defenders yesterday. But the most important thing was his midfield because at some point I was like, where is Rodri? And I think phones are weird because my phone showed me something that Pep said we can't lose a game without Rodri. And I was watching United. I was like, these guys are losing this game without Rodri. So I noticed that Carrick didn't go forward, long possession of the ball. I don't know what he did, but he allowed the game to be wide and he won the midfield battle. But I don't like to get excited too quickly. I don't know if it's City. When any day Pep drops the ball, anybody can beat City and beat them well. Is Carrick going to continue like this? What's he going to do? Is he going to keep playing his like compact defense? Is he going to keep using Meno? Meno has been a key issue for Amorim since everybody has had their takes on Meno can play, and Amorim has said kind of he's not ready for Mino to play it. He chooses his best team and all of that. So yeah, what do you guys think?
I don't think Carrick did anything fantastic or spectacular. I think yesterday's game was personal for him. It was more of a coaching, motivation strategy. He was able to get like 100% from those guys. Those are the same guys that haven't been performing under Amorim. I don't know what he said to them, but they performed. I don't think they did anything too spectacular. It was just motivation, like, okay, this is a derby game. I need you guys to perform. And sometimes in football, if everyone, like Mourinho always says, he will take 11 Aspilicuetas any day, and he believes that 11 Aspilicuetas will perform because Aspilicueta always gives 100% on the pitch. So yesterday, that's what happened. All those players gave 100% on the pitch. And that's how. And then obviously City, yeah, he played without 2 holding midfielders. He hasn't been playing with 2 holding midfielders. I think Rodri is aging now. It is getting to the point where he probably needs some assistance in there. And City were just overrun. I think Rodri alone could not handle the pace of Man U's front three. Cosesco did not play. Putting in Buemo up front just created that extra energy as well.
Yeah. I agree with you, like that there was really nothing special. The only thing I think it did differently was that he didn't try to force the players to play in positions they're not comfortable in.
Yeah.
So the first thing he did was to make sure that everybody plays where they are comfortable. That was the first thing he did. And he got that right. So Man City usually plays a 4. So he packed the midfield, made sure that the 4 that plays close to the attack are not really, they don't have the freedom to play. That's the first thing. Then he had a man-to-man marking for Haaland.
Mhm.
So, and the man-to-man marking for Haaland was very spectacular because he knows that the 4 behind Haaland are looking for Haaland, or they're also looking to advance the ball into the box. So when those 4 couldn't get the ball to Haaland, they are forced to advance into the box themselves. And now what that does is that, so the 4 are meant to supply Haaland, or they also move into the box. But when they do that, they are short in defense. And because of Man U pace with Dogu, with Konya, with Mbuemo, and Bruno that always looks for a true pass as early as possible, they can switch on the counter attack. Also Ahmad. So that gave Man U a lot of space in, what's it called, in Manchester City's outside of the pitch. So for me, it was more like a defensive approach and just wait on counter attack.
Yeah. So I agree with both of you guys, like everybody who has spoken, because I think, like, for me, right, in football, two things can be true. And the bigger truth here is that Man City had a very, very poor game. I've not seen a worse performance from Man City ever. I do not believe under Pep I've seen a worse performance. They were so bad. They were so bad. It's halftime when he subbed out Foden. That's when I knew Foden was in the game. I had no idea Foden was in that first half at all. I did not see him do
But
anything.
that's what you're saying. We can say this for 2 seasons now about Foden.
Yeah,
Maybe except
Foden
few
had one
games.
mad run in like November, right? But December, when Czech picked up, he has been, he was anonymous. I thought he was on the bench. You know, they said they are subbing out Foden. I'm like, wait, Foden was in this game? So, yeah, Man City were very bad. The second truth, the smaller truth is that Amorim is a terrible manager because Carrick actually played Amorim ball, but played it with players in their best position. There was no, there was no Bruno in midfield that everybody just be bypassing Bruno. I mean, because Bruno will be struggling. There was no Casemiro looking around and seeing that his partner will be in one side. Now only I'm not going to see hold the whole midfield. So everybody was playing where they were supposed to play. He was slightly more defensive, but it was the same vertical passing through the midfield long. And yeah, maybe the first or maybe Mount's goal, the disallowed goal, was like proper counter, but most of them were like just balls through midfield. You're just bypassing Man City's midfield constantly. Man City had no midfield in that game. The marking of Haaland was insane. I think because I've not seen. And I want to say something about Roy Keane. There was a time Roy Keane was it like 2 years ago when he called Haaland a League Two player, and
A what?
Roy Keane is too dramatic. He called him a League Two player, League Two level player. Roy
Oh.
League
Keane.
2.
I think like 2 years
Okay,
ago.
What
okay,
will
okay.
now,
Yeah,
what will you
yeah,
now
yeah,
call your caress?
League Two. But
Let's
I
chill.
think Roy
Let's
Keane
chill.
is too dramatic, right? The- Roy Keane is too dramatic, but I get the thing that he's saying that if you take away Haaland's goal scoring, Haaland is not like Costa or Drogba that can bully defenders and then fashion out chances by himself. He's not Aguero that can create something out of nothing. He's not Henry that will dribble his way through situations and then try and make. He's not any of those. He's just one thing, that run, that pass, that shot, finishing. That's it. That's his whole game. But the other types of finishing, the heading, but that's basically his thing. If that thing is not happening in a game, himself is anonymous. Is not available in that game. So again, like I said, two things can be true. Man City were very, very bad. As Amorim, let's pray for Amorim that we see better work because that guy,
I don't know how this went to Amorim. I just want to
is his
confirm, like,
fault.
I think
His fault.
that saying this guy, I think what this guy did, like, yes, he played players in their position, but I don't think he did. This guy played Martinez, and Martinez was the one responsible for marking Alan, and then he played Maguire like beginning of the game, and then he had Shaw and Dalot. So those were. So I think what this guy was doing, he put 4 people, and this is me just trying to understand why coaches want to die on this 3-man defense here. When you can play, yes, those people were in their normal positions. So those 4 defenders, that was the core of United structure. And then they now put Casemiro in the middle and put Maino there. So everybody is saying, people are saying like they marked Alan out. But I think the key thing that got them that result was even marking out, getting Rodri out of the game. And I think that's okay. Maybe Carrick got the tactic right because it was not, I think it was the Rodri that was out of the game. Yeah, we're saying they marked Alan out. But how many chances did Alan have? Maybe he had 1 or 2 chances in that
So I'll
game.
tell you one thing, Shay, like it's not that. You see, the thing with setup is like, see, Alan is the end point. So what they've done is that they made sure that the ball will not get to Alan. It's not
And that's
about
by
chances. So
Rodri.
you see, Rodri is not even is a lesser problem because once your midfield has to supply Alan and they can't find Alan, what you have done already is that you have cut out that supply to Alan. The next phase is that you are now going to stop those midfielders from trying to score, which is easier. Alan he will get 3 chances, he will score 1. He would bully. If you give Alan too many one-on-ones, if you leave him with defender too many times, he will score. He has good positioning in the box. Now, when you start forcing the 4 midfielders to come into the box, you are opening up the midfield completely to, if we get a counter attack, Rodri will be bypassed Rodri cannot mark the whole midfield by himself.
And they didn't get I don't City didn't get any counter yesterday.
Exactly. So Man U had counter attacks and over and over and over and over again. And one other thing there is, and this is one of the reasons why I believe that Arsenal will win the league. And I'm not saying it's because of Man City. And this is the reason. Pep Guardiola had never played in a team that does not have control of the midfield. This is the first time he has a team that cannot control the midfield of any game. This is the
why
first
is that?
time.
Is it because of Rodri's injury or you just can't find the players?
It's not Rodri. This is the first time they have
players.
They don't dominate games. It is, and I feel that it is him adjusting to Haaland. So this is also the first time he's playing with a center forward that is not a ball playing center forward that cannot join the midfield in the play. And also to the quality of the midfielders he has is not as solid as what he is used to.
The one he has
So
right now.
it's a case of they cannot dominate. They've not, even average teams are chancing Man City in the midfield.
So where does Checky come in? Because Joseph and I were talking about this yesterday. Like, oh, Joseph thought Checky would come and like change the game. Was even questioning Checky not starting and things like that. Why is he not playing Checky 90 minutes if Checky is supposed to be replacement for KDB?
KDB is not even also a midfielder that controls the midfield. So midfielders that control the midfield, you are talking like Javi Hernandez, David Silva. They dictate how everybody plays. And I say that in football generally, players like that are dying. And I'm not biased right now. I'm trying not to. The best of them right now in the Premier League right now.
I know.
He's old. No. And I'm saying like, he's not.
I agree.
No. It's Zubimendi. So like I said, it's Zubimendi, Odegaard, and they are not even close to those players that used to play it. They are not even close to David Silva. They are far. So imagine if the best players right now playing that role. Real Madrid does not have any player that plays that position. Also to Enzo Fernandez. That is what Enzo plays like, as Enzo Fernandez as well too. But the quality is so far from that. Even sometimes you'll be like, is it the same setup? So they are not there anymore. There's a guy in also to this guy too in Aston Villa, Onana too does the same thing. But now look at the quality of Onana, Odegaard, Zubimendi.
Tielemans, Aston Villa.
Tielemans. Now look at those qualities to David Silva. None of them is close to David Silva. Not one person. And that's the biggest. Check it too is that kind of player, but is far from even them.
Yeah.
So okay,
I'll say Czech is
why
more
is
of a
Pep not
wise
playing
playmaker.
Czech 90 minutes? So why is Pep not playing Czech in 90 minutes?
I don't know. I think
I don't know.
I don't think their midfield is too bad. Personally, I feel like their defense is the problem. Their defense is shipping in a lot of goals. He doesn't have a stable back four. He hasn't had. They've suffered injuries.
I don't even think it's that too, because
I don't think so. No,
Pep has never played.
I don't think it's
defensive
defense
yesterday.
because
No, Pep has
he
never
had
played in a
Tijani
team whereby
and
the defense is
Gonzalez.
under constant pressure. They've never been under
Because his
constant
midfield has
pressure.
always been good.
They've always controlled games.
That's true.
Always controlled games. And when you play with, so like for example, I think when you play with a team whereby you're always the one in control, whereby like Liverpool was like that, everybody thought Van Dijk was the best defender until people started attacking them. I see that Van Dijk would just be turning his bonbon. But because if you are not used to playing under constant pressure, you will think that you don't even know the strength of your defense. You don't know until you start seeing pressure.
And
So
Sheyi, that's
are we
what I
saying
was telling you yesterday
are we saying now that without Arsenal midfield, Gabriel and Saliba can be tested based on this?
Yes,
Of course.
100%.
Yes.
That
100%.
was what I told you yesterday about Declan Rice. I said that will Declan Rice do a better job protecting Chelsea's defense? Some of the problems Chelsea's defense has is no protection. They are both wings. They are under pressure all the time.
Yeah, well, okay. I guess we can talk about Chelsea's game yesterday, and we can now talk about is our defenders being protected enough? Like on one hand, we can say, and I told you, yes, when Caicedo plays, those guys are not under so much pressure when Caicedo is playing, which is why I said that I don't think Rice coming to Chelsea would improve our defense, Rice alone. Because Caicedo already does the job and he does it well. Most of the time when we have problems is when Caicedo is not playing. Like when Caicedo is playing, he protects us. Caicedo is like, he's not Kante level, but he gives us a bit of what Kante did. He runs miles. He does that job.
But you
So
know
what Rice
I
would
think
do.
Lavia does a better job, though.
Yeah, I think we're missing Lavia.
I think Lavia does a better job at that than Caicedo.
Yeah.
But we have not seen Lavia play
Lavia a lot.
games.
But the games
but remember
we
beginning
saw
of
it.
last season. Yeah, remember beginning of last season. Like he was the controller.
Somebody has not played 5 games back to back. We can't count him as part of the team.
I believe that Chelsea needs a player like Declan Rice, and the reason is Caicedo is not a carrier of the ball. He's not a carrier of the ball. When he wins the ball, he can cover spaces, win balls. Rice can run from both ends of the field with the ball. So when you have that extra leg that can carry the ball, because he's very athletic. Rice is like, it can be a proper athlete. Rice is athletic. He can carry the ball with meaning that he can join in the attack easily, and also can run back if there's trouble. So it's more like Caicedo will sit and will not make sure that he's always the second to the last man in defense before the defenders. Then Rice can do the running back and forth. So if I look at what Rice does at Arsenal, that is what he does. He covers spaces.
You think he would improve Chelsea if he comes to
defense? Solid. I can tell you that he
will
would improve Chelsea's
everything
defense
in the world right
by
now.
more than like.
He will improve everything
I
in the
think
world
so.
right now.
So what do you guys think about yesterday? Liam did something that me I like. He played. We've been asking for Enzo. We were asking for Enzo to play Caicedo, Enzo, and Santos. And Enzo never did that. Why he never did that, I do not. Everybody knows I like Enzo. But he never gave us those 3 midfielders, and it was always one excuse or the other. Maybe Santos wasn't ready. But yesterday at halftime, I think Liam did it. And things were balanced. Because Garnacho was not having the best game. And he took out Garnacho, and I don't know who he took out again, but he brought in Santos, and we played with those 3 guys. And our game was balanced yesterday. I think we're able to suck a lot of pressure. Like, we're able to control the game, and like we have said here, you need to control the game first before you can do anything. So I don't know if that's what we'll see more of that with Liam one, or if that will also make a difference in other big games.
I have an alternative opinion though. Chelsea did not control yesterday's game. Brentford were the ones that missed chances and did not score. So the score line actually flattered Chelsea. I'm being honest with you. Chelsea had just
Control. Okay. So
I'm saying
no,
that like
how do you define control? Because for me, control is somebody is putting you under pressure, but you're able to soak up the pressure. That's what I'm defining
it
as
did
control.
suck up. Brentford was shooting from inside box 18. I'm saying that like so
How are
that's not
you to
so
do
what I'm
that with
saying is like
Morans now?
I get your point. I'm saying that if Liam yesterday is happy with the result, but I don't think he will be impressed with the performance.
You will
Because
work on it, you will improve. But
Chelsea
what
only
do you think
had
about what do you think about his changes? But he made some changes to keep the game moving and absorb the pressure.
I'm saying that like what I'm saying is like it's at home at Stamford Bridge. Brentford outplayed Chelsea for most of the game. Chelsea had only 2 shots on target,
And we
and the
scored
penalty
those.
does not even count, meaning that it was only 2 shots on target and 4 shots in total. 4 shots in total. Brentford had about 6 shots on target and about 12 or 13 shots in total.
Well, some of those shots were cleared by our defenders. That not
What I'm
control.
saying is that no coach wants to be at that stage. So when you use the word control the game, you did not control the game. But it was a good
We
result
were
in that.
defining control differently. Because so what did we do? We were not bystanders in that game. We controlled it, I would say. I'll stick to that word.
You don't control the game with 2
My-
shots on
I
target,
understand
1
what
shot
you're
on
saying.
target. You don't. You against
It,
Brentford, you
it's
don't.
like it's like Simeone Atletico, right? The OG ones will not this Atletico that he has now. You can tell that he's the one controlling the game. Even if you're having 20 shots on target, he's actually the one controlling because
Exactly.
Oblak is going to save all of those. It's different from what was happening yesterday because
It was different.
there was that standing chance that he passed up for no reason. I don't know why he passed that one. Like, it was a
Yeah.
man in form. I don't know why he passed that. Yeah, there was that chance. Like all the chances I could see yesterday were all individual mistakes. They were not taking their chances for some reason, whether it was the occasion, I don't know, the stadium, 11th man or 12th man rather. I don't know what was happening, but yeah, I'll say we locked out in the game somehow. We're not very
Yeah,
good.
because
Uh,
in the Chelsea,
So
I
Palmer,
don't know.
so
Palmer did
Because
so
not
I want to
celebrate
say Chelsea.
now. Palmer did not celebrate.
so Shay, think about it this way. Even I'm looking at the stats now. 5 shots on target, 6 shots off target, 5 shots blocked. So even outside of the blocked ones, so
But okay,
meaning
because Chelsea not controlling that game would have considered 1 or 2 of those goals.
I'm saying that like it was just a case of I'm saying it was more on Brentford not taking their chances than Chelsea because if you have 5
Time the
shots on
pressure
target,
from your
6
position
shots
affects you
off.
from taking your chances now.
I'm saying if you have
Because
5 shots on target, 5 shots on target, 6 shots off target, and 5 shots blocked, that is almost about 16 chances created against Chelsea at home, against to 4 of Chelsea. So
4 in
imagine
total.
16 possible goal chances in your box, and you were only able to create 4.
how many chances did Arsenal create yesterday, please?
Shall we?
Yeah.
I don't. We too, we have the same problem. It's the same problem too. But
You
but
just
look at it
said
this
it
way.
well too.
But
So
look at it this way.
I don't get
But look at it
yesterday.
this way. Look at it this way.
Okay.
We will talk
Out.
about we think we didn't take chances. Not Nottingham Forest trying to score because their XG was 0.2. Our XG was 2.5.
Well,
So how many
Nottingham
chances?
Forest had
Can say that
also.
into how many chances did Arsenal create yesterday?
Maybe about 6-7 chances that we
So,
should have 6-7 chances.
It's
uh,
really bad.
Yes,
yeah,
I saw like 2 chances.
2.5
McNeely's
means there
missed.
were 3 goals at least in that game.
there were
We should
3
have
goals
scored.
that we should have scored. That they were clear cut chances. That's
So
what it
yeah.
means. 3 goals.
Yeah, 2.5 minutes.
Anyway,
Yeah,
so
at least
you
3
now
goals.
you're saying you're not impressed with Liam's first game. That's what you're saying.
No, what I'm saying is I'm not saying I'm not. I'm saying like the result flattered the performance. It was a good win for a
That's football
first game as
sometimes.
manager. No, it was a good win for first manager, but the results flattered the performance, and that it's what every manager wants. We didn't play well, but we got 2-0. That's what every would fix it next week.
I think we play Paphos this week in the Champions League. Well, I don't know. Do you guys see any positives about Liam? I like the way he's subbing, and I guess I like it because I don't know if I'll say it's working. Every time he has sub, there's something positive has come out of it. So for me, it's okay. Especially when his bosses want him to use everybody. And he's using them now. And I remember SO2 was doing that in the conference league, but this guy is able to make everybody happy in a Premier League game. I do not know if he's doing that because he wants to know his first 11. Maybe that's why he's now. I don't know, or he's just trying to give everybody a chance, parade everybody for their new owners, because we know Chelsea too. They want to sell some players, so he wants people to play. So like, okay, if PSG wants to come from Enzo now, Enzo can go and I don't know, but this guy is making subs, so that's something positive.
All new managers do that, especially people that come mid-season, because you don't have preseason to figure out how this guy behaves, how this guy plays, and you barely have any training sessions. So it's just easier to just like, okay, your game state is like this. If I put this guy here, can he change it? Can he do this? Can he do that? You
Okay.
just try. You just this will have the benefit of knowing what each player can do in each game state. So he makes his own stuff like that. Enzo was not a really good in-game manager. His in-game management, I don't think, was up to par. It's not like Emery's one. Emery's world class. Fergie was world class in-game management. Fergie,
So what happened with
Mourinho
them?
was
What happened with Emery?
godfather.
What happened with Emery when Chelsea was trashing us in Champions League final? Please, what did Emery do when Chelsea was trashing us? Poor Chelsea beat us in Europa Cup final.
That was due to the quality of players you had. I don't think
I
it
beg
was
you.
anything
Chelsea
to
was
do on
poor that
Emery.
time too.
No,
Chelsea
with
Chelsea
Hazard,
chopped us.
Chelsea
Yes.
were not poor then.
we
We
had
had
Hazard
Hazard.
that time now.
If both of us were,
Two
if
years
both of us
after,
were,
we won the Champions League with that same
if
team.
both
How
of us
we-
were, if both of us were in Europa together, like the two of us were bad. One person, if both of us were in Europa, and we thought we
Well,
I
had
think we
Europa.
fell into Europa
the
that
difference
season, right?
is we fell into the Europa. We were actually in the Champions
Yeah,
League. We
but
failed to
they
We were
qualify
started
from
in
our
originally in
group.
Europa.
But you did not make the
So-
Champions League. So you were the
So we're
ones
two
that
kinds
were
of
bad,
bad.
not Chelsea.
So think about it.
We're
Do you want to tell
average.
me that the Arsenal team he had was worse than the Villarreal team he won with at Europa?
Yeah.
The same Emery, he won with Villarreal, won with Sevilla. Was the Arsenal team worse than those two teams?
Yeah,
The answer is no.
I just
I'll
think
say
Emery,
so.
yeah, I just think Emery was
No.
not a good manager
Who
for Arsenal.
Who do you
That's what
remember
I
in
think.
that team?
We had
I remember-
Lacazette, we had Aubameyang, we had Ozil.
No, Ozil
Yeah.
had left.
No, Ozil was there.
They have those guys. Yeah. Those are the
Ozil
guys.
was there.
I think he doesn't have to manage senior guys like that because
We
he
had
had the same
Ozil.
problem
We
with
had
PSG. But PSG has
even Saka
all
was in
that
that
problem,
team.
right?
That was
Saka
why
was playing
Arsenal
left
fans
back,
don't
right?
like him, because when we're going to that final, we're sure that when you employ someone that has won 44 times, it's sure for us, we Chelsea. This one, what's the law?
Also,
Chelsea
just
chopped us. Chelsea chopped us that day. It'd be like me.
We had Hazard. We had Hazard.
But I mean, in the league, at that era in the league, we were beating Arsenal in the league comfortably. So
It doesn't
I
matter. So
know.
that was the first year
I
of
don't-
Emery.
It
His first
doesn't
season.
matter. It matters a lot, sir.
So imagine
like
you
when-
employ Joseph, you employ someone that has evidence of he has shown workings.
Is it the same
That
way
he
we
can
employ?
make
The same way
he
we
has
employ
shown you
Pochettino.
workings that this thing I've won it 4 times. He now came and now do that rubbish. Aye.
but-
Can
but-
we be disgruntled because
but-
Pochettino had taken Spurs, has
Yeah,
gotten
let's leave
good
Pochettino
Champions League
out.
consistently. So
Shey-
Chelsea wouldn't get him.
Let's be
Take
Pochettino
into
alone.
He disappointed us.
But he carried that Arsenal team to. I mean, Arteta won that FA Cup, but personally, I feel like it was Emery's team. Because you guys appointed Arteta in January or when?
In December.
In December. Okay.
It's not even Emery's team, it was Wenger's team.
Yeah, okay.
All of them were there from Wenger. Nobody
I
there
mean,
came. The same Wenger
then-
team that Wenger left with was same team that Emery inherited.
At the end
That
of the
he did not
day,
win anything with. We finished 6th in the league. We did not win the Europa League. And when he was leaving, we were like at 13th or so.
at the end of
And-
the day, Arsenal fans now believe if Emery was still in charge,
Yeah.
you guys would have won the league. Even Henry, I think
Not
Henry
we
said
would not
that.
have won. We would not have won the league. That's the
Okay.
truth.
They
We
say
would
they
not
I
have
say
won.
that
believe you would have actually.
We would not have won the league.
they say
And I will tell you,
Mhm.
I believe we will not have won the league. And it's simple. Like, people forget that to get to where we are today was a process. Emery could not have stayed that process, because what he needed to do with the Arsenal team of that era of Ozil. So think about it this way: Ozil was 30 years old. Aubameyang was over 30 years old. Emery wouldn't have let them go. That's the first thing. He would have kept them as senior players. We would have been finishing 6-7, because Arsenal needed to qualify for Champions League to even get money to buy players in the first place. And that took us 3 years to do. 3 years to do. And that is the hardest part of it, because when we got Champions League, the Declan Rice deal was Declan Rice already agreed to come to Arsenal like a year before if we qualify for Champions League. So we didn't have money at all. Shishi. Arsenal no get. Shishi. Arsenal was going to buy Lokonga from
I
academy in
remember, did you guys
Belgium for
buy?
4
Did you
million.
guys buy?
Yes, we bought him for 4 million. It was for I don't know for one useless money. We're going to buy Fabio Vieira.
Yeah, for
Arsenal
Belgium.
didn't have Shishi.
Yeah.
Shishi.
Need to buy Tavares.
Arsenal was
That left
broke
back.
because we've been out of Champions League for 7 or 6 straight seasons.
That's why you deserve the win now. They do deserve it.
And that was why it pained us that Emery didn't win that Europa, because this process would have been faster, because they would have qualified for Champions League. That was
Well,
it.
I guess come June now, you guys will be singing another song. Maybe you'll be singing the quadruple or whatever.
I'll invite you guys to the
Pedro.
champagne opening ceremony.
So, what's going on with Liverpool and their back? Like, is it failure to be able to break low blocks, or they still don't have a defense? But what's going on with Van Dijk and Konate? Is it a low block? They can't play low block, or they are just bad at the back? Because they played. I saw part of the game. They played well. They play well. They
missed the
played their
penalty.
normal pressing football. But what's the main issue? What should Slot be doing? What should they be getting right? Because even if
It's
you should
hard to
bench
see.
Konate, bench Konate, who's going to play there?
It's hard to say.
So, like I
I
always say, it's not a
see his
defense.
vision.
Okay.
Sorry, I see his vision with Kekes and Frimpong now. Now I understand his vision. The problem is, I think McAllister is having a bad season and Konate is having a bad season. Those two guys, if the spine of your team all of a sudden start having a very poor season, then it's going to affect everybody else. So the spine of his team, McAllister, Van Dijk, Konate especially, those three guys, Gravenberch is having an average season compared to last season. As Thomas Knight is the only person who I think has maintained standard, but now he's having to cover multiple spaces that he wasn't doing last season. So the spine of his team has just deteriorated somehow. It's I don't blame him too much. I'm not exactly sure what has happened to him, but it's the spine of his team that is a real problem for
What are they
me.
trying
Those
to
guys
do
are
with
not giving me.
Frimpong and
He's
Kekes?
he's trying to do basically he's trying to do like what Man City is doing. Let the fullbacks provide the width. So they run.
Okay.
So when the low block is always in the middle, in the center, the team they're always low block in the middle. So he's trying to lead them create width and then cross quickly into all rushing players. But for that to happen, your midfield has to be strong, and the midfield is not. Yeah, it's hard to say. It's really hard to analyze what has happened to Liverpool. I don't know. Maybe you guys are seeing it better than I do, but I just feel like the players is the performance of the players to me. They're not raising standards right now.
I guess we need to turn to Arsenal because they are winning the midfield battle. What does it take to get your midfield right? Or is it now based on luck? Like your midfielders are not injured? Because with Chelsea now, Lavia is injured, so we can't even make any judgment. Caicedo has had a few yellows here and there, and we've lost some games. But we've spoken about City's midfield. It's problematic. Liverpool's midfield is problematic. Newcastle has a very good midfield, so I don't even know. We can't call Newcastle. Their midfield is solid. Like, so I don't even know what their own problem is. But is it a recruitment problem or is just a form problem? Like for me, with Liverpool, is form. Like players are not in form right now, and nobody knows how long that will take. When players are not in form, when your first team players are not in form, you should have at least a bench that can act as a stopgap. Like with Arsenal now, if Zubimendi is not there, you guys know how to like shuffle and change it, and you will not lose, but at least you get a result. So do you think it's a recruitment issue, or what's the main problem with these Premier League teams now?
I think, okay, because I support Arsenal, I think the modern football has changed again. Like it keeps on changing like every now and then. And the midfielders Arsenal have, they are similar. It's Odegaard, Rice, Zubimendi, Merino. The four of them are similar players. Some have better skills in some areas than some, but the four of them are close to each other in that they can replace each other. In that, so for example, they are both midfield. Even the person that have the least skills in controlling the midfield is Declan Rice. But you see, Merino, Zubimendi, and Odegaard, they are players that I call them flat three midfielders, whereby they are not attacking, they are not defensive. So in the four of them, Odegaard is the most attacking. Zubimendi is 50-50, Merino is 50-50. Rice is the most defensive out of all the four of them. So they have legs to move around a lot. They are not fixed to like, oh, I'm just an attacking midfielder. I'm just a defensive midfielder. And that is what midfield has become now. So if you have that kind of stable structure, and what that means is that you can find Odegaard playing left side now, and the next thing is playing right side. You can see him moving to DM right now, Zubimendi goes in. So if you watch the goal against Bournemouth, is it Bournemouth now? Bournemouth, that Zubimendi just came from, Odegaard was the one that won the ball as our most attacking midfielder and laid the pass to Zubimendi inside the box. So our defensive midfielder in quote is running inside the box to shoot, and he scored. He scored another goal, I think, recently, exactly like that too, whereby
against Aston
recently
Villa.
just the same way as well. That is our most defensive midfielder. So when you have that interchange whereby they can play anywhere. Also to yesterday, Timber played in the midfield yesterday. He wasn't a defender yesterday. So Timber as well.
Starting from the left wing.
He was in the midfield,
Yeah,
like,
that's
playing
Calafiori.
like he was.
Yeah, that's what Calafiori
When
does
Calafiori
too.
plays, Calafiori even goes to the attack. He doesn't stay in the midfield. So Calafiori joins the attack, and you will see Martinelli stays back, like, to cover if there's a counter attack. And what I've seen with Arsenal is that, and that will bring me to Gyökeres, is that, and I'm not saying Gyökeres is a bad player, he just cannot play in this Arsenal team. And the reason is that before, we had only one player that can play in one position, which was Martinelli. And after a while, he started playing like center forward, false nine, so he could play in two places. Gyökeres can only play in one position. So even when a player, he can only play as center.
Okay, I want to pause there, and you can answer this question later, but I'm pausing you there just so I don't forget. You're saying this now, and when in the beginning when we talked about United and everybody said one of the reasons why United won yesterday was Carrick played people in their positions. In my head, I was thinking, but Pep has been playing his players out of position since we've known Pep, and he's been doing well. Now Arsenal has like players that play in different positions. So just keep this, like, after your Gyökeres analysis. So is football not moving to a place where coaches are getting utility players that can play in different positions? So why is it that when some people do it, it works, and some people do it, it doesn't work? Because Arteta plays players in different positions, and it's working because they are winning games.
So when you're buying them,
by saying that, Carrick played players in their best position, I'm like, it's in a way, it's a bit of tactics. It's not best position, because
no. When you're buying them, so you buy players that can play multiple positions already. There are players that cannot play in multiple positions. So no, you can't coach it at 24 to be playing where he has never played before.
Yeah, coach 30
So you do that in
player
academy.
playing midfield.
You do that in academy. So, and that was why I was like, every single player that Arteta had bought since Arsenal had money could play in more than one position. Every one of them. Timber plays right back, left back, centre back.
Okay.
Alaphiri plays left back, left wing, centre back. Declan Rice plays centre back, DM. Arteta add attacking midfield to his job because it feels like you can carry the ball. Why can't you score? You get the point. Saka came to Arsenal as left wing back, not even right wing. Saka came from academy as a left wing back. Then they were like, you can cross. Why don't we take you to the right wing so that you can cut in and use your left leg? Havertz has played literally everywhere on the field. DM, centre forward, attacking midfield, left wing, right wing. Havertz plays anywhere on the pitch. Centre back is the only place I've not seen him play. Even
What I
Thomas
always
Partey. Even
is
Thomas
working
Partey.
now. It's
Partey
working
started his
now.
career as a right back. Partey started his career as a right back at Atletico Madrid.
But what is that
Before,
other Amorim was trying to do, and everybody's criticizing
but the
Amorim?
players he has are not players that are utility players.
Yeah.
So it's like saying me now. I told you I got injured. Okay, I twisted my knee. I'm a centre back. The coach said that you can't play right wing. It was one game. My knee give way. One game, right back.
Yeah, that's relatable.
So
Yeah.
that's my
So,
thought. Now football has changed
yeah.
now that everybody wants to play multiple positions. Multiple positions help you for players to move around and they're unpredictable. That's
And I
it.
guess for team balance as well.
In
When
Man U,
one
for
person is
example,
injured,
like him carrying Dogu from left wing back to right wing makes sense in a way, right? Because Dogu's game can translate from left wing back to right wing. In a way, it can
Yeah,
translate. But you
like
taking
Saka.
a 30-year-old AM whose job is not really to control midfield, but to spray passes, be creative, and tell him to go and play midfield, and then you see Foden run past him. Was it last season that goal that Foden just ran past him? I think he was not even there to go and score. And then you are confused why you are losing. That's my problem with Amorim right there. He's seeing the problem, but his head is like, I must do it my way. This thing will work. It's not working, but he believes in his mind, in his dreams, in whenever he sleeps and wakes up, and he believes that it's working. But it's clearly not working because that guy cannot play midfield like that. Casemiro is too old to be doing that. He was telling Casemiro to do what Casemiro is doing in Chelsea. How now, bros? How? How? You just want to kill the old man that is 33, that should be running around like that. No. So that's why I liked what Carrick did yesterday. Carrick just, okay, best position. This is your best position. Play it. This is your best position. Play it. This is your best position. Play it. Bam. And see what happened. It's a Amorim ball that he played yesterday, but played him players in their best position. Is what he should have done.
you
Is
see,
what he should have done.
they
I'll
play
give you. I'll
Arsenal
give you. Say,
they
I'll
play
give you an
Arsenal
example.
next. They play
I'll
Arsenal
give you.
next.
I'll give you an example right now. Yesterday's game against Nottingham Forest, before Gyökeres left the pitch, we had 0 shot on target. 0. Once Gyökeres left the field, it looks like, and I'm saying that because the players we have are used to that moving around.
Are you
It's like,
attributing that to Gyökeres leaving the pitch or Saka coming into the play?
no, I'm saying. See, I've watched all our games. We struggle to create once we get to the final third with Gyökeres there, and the simple reason is that Gyökeres is someone that does not, and it's not, I'm not blaming him, I'm blaming the coaching crew because they know this about they know this is the weakness he has already. He's someone that does not understand that, okay, where I need to, for example, I'm here. Saka is coming in, it's a low block. I need to move around to displace players. He does not understand moving to open up space. That was a game we played.
That's like basic for any footballer now.
No, for even Alan does not know how to do that. Alan runs in such a way to expect the ball. They run in a way that the ball will come to me. When you have plenty moving parts, you don't run that the ball will come to me. You run in a way that let me open up space. If the ball comes to me, fine. If it doesn't come to me, but I've opened up. I think it was Portsmouth. Havertz came in. Odegaard was blocked. And I saw Havertz went to Odegaard to open up space, and they did a 1-2 and they cut out 2 defenders quickly. Then Havertz saw that Eze needed an open space again. Havertz went to where Eze is, opened up the space, Eze came in. Arsenal has been playing like that for 3 years. That's what I'm saying, is that the boys are used to playing like that. They know that if I'm stuck, Havertz will come. They know Havertz will see that I need help. Gyökeres will run that pass to me when I'm already blocked.
But isn't that because Arsenal have always played without a striker?
No.
Because Havertz is not a striker. Havertz's best position is where Odegaard is playing. That's what he played at Leverkusen.
No, and I'll tell you why it's
I
no,
would say
because there's
I
also
would
this
say
thing
Arsenal
that
we play with a ball playing striker.
so the thing, and that's why we never had a striker, a player score 20 goals since Arteta came, because it's a case of like, we know that once you become a club people think can win the league, everybody comes low block against you. Everybody comes low block. And once they go low block, your chance creation reduces by like 40%. You have to literally dominate games and you have to fight for every goal you score. There's no someone opened up space for me. There's none. So you need a lot of more technical movement in around. Havertz was our best player last 2 seasons for one reason. He was always the extra man in every area of the pitch. Always extra man, such that if we need an extra player in the midfield, Havertz is already dropping in. Someone to drop in defense is there already. Now, and if we tell you that Havertz still get chances to score up front, but his finishing is not good. So Gyökeres is not that kind of player. Even I saw our stats recently, Jesus has the most shots on target than every one of them, but his conversion rate is the poorest of all of them. So meaning that with where we play, we are still getting shot on target with like all those Jesus kind of strikers. Gyökeres is not close to them at all. I mean, I don't blame you.
Let me. Do you think Haaland will flourish in Arsenal?
No, he won't.
So that means
For the same reason.
That means the strikers are not the problem then.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's not them. It's the system Arsenal plays, whereby your striker must be ball playing. Aguero will succeed in Arsenal. Suarez will succeed in Arsenal. So these are ball playing strikers. Diego Costa will score goals in Arsenal. These are ball playing strikers that know movement, positions.
Kai is a ball. It can be classified as a ball playing.
His finishing is just even Jackson will ball at Arsenal. It's just that his finishing is bad.
He will ball, but he won't score
exactly.
goals.
His finishing is Havertz's problem. Finishing is his problem.
Forget that.
But he's getting more. So Havertz that we say is not a good striker has more shot at goal than Gyökeres.
Yeah,
Gyökeres
Jackson creates space. That's true. Jackson knows how to create
Gyökeres
space.
went 7 games without a single shot, whether on or off target.
It's just a bad finish.
0 shots, 7 games.
Yeah.
7 games.
Jackson distracts. He would get defenders on him, open up for Palmer and things like that. So
Jackson have every skill he needs to be successful, but finishing. Every single other thing he has.
Yeah, but finishing. No, I keep saying it. Jackson is an incredible 9. He's just a very poor finisher, and it makes sense.
He's like Gabriel Jesus.
He's not like an academy player. He's not an academy player. He is a street baller, and he was a winger. Before Villarreal had injury, they put him as 9. I was counter-attack goals he was scoring. That's what Chelsea bought him as a backup 9. So it makes sense like the poor finisher, but he's a very good 9. He's the way he creates chances, creates space, his hold-up play. No, I love Jackson though. I'm just very sad for him. That is such a
I'll buy Jackson and sell Martinelli. And I'll give you Martinelli and take Jackson.
We're telling Jackson to buy Garnacho. I beg you, let's bring it back. It's better than the last.
So let's see now. So we'll Man U. Who will most likely finish top for Man U or Chelsea?
That's a very difficult question to ask Chelsea fans.
Please, Chelsea.
Michael, go first. I'll go last.
First of all, it depends.
Absolutely,
if it's 5. Is it 5 teams for the Champions League or 4? I think if it is 5, maybe Chelsea might get there. But if it's 4, yeah, Chelsea are not making top 4. Because it is already set now. Aston Villa, Man City, Arsenal, that's
Aston Villa
3
lost
already.
today.
Arsenal. Three.
And they sold Marlin already. They've sold Marlin.
And Liverpool
Yeah,
will
but
But
they got
make
a
it.
Joseph, whether
replacement.
it's 5 or 4, there's still going to be one spot for Arsenal and okay, this is my prediction. I don't think first is up for grabs. Second and third, I think is Aston Villa and City. So is that fourth position? I think it's still Liverpool. Like whatever is
Yeah,
going on, it's gonna
that's why I
fix it. So
say it's
the fifth
fifth one.
position is so the question is who's going to finish fifth, United or Chelsea?
Or
I say
Newcastle.
Chelsea.
No, Newcastle are not.
Newcastle.
No,
Those
no
guys are not
Newcastle. No,
consistent.
no Newcastle. No, no Newcastle.
Those guys are
I
not
still believe in
consistent. If you don't
Chelsea.
have a
I
striker,
still,
that's crazy. Like
yeah. Well,
I
I still
think
feel
Man
that
U will finish
no, I
ahead
still
of
feel like
Chelsea.
Man U is going to struggle. I think Man U is going to struggle. Like Chelsea is going to struggle for sure, but I believe Man U's struggle will be much more much more difficult. They are going to end up playing a lot of counter-attack games. But you can't play counter-attack against
Yeah.
everybody. You can't play counter-attack against Brentford. Brentford wants to play counter-attack against you. You can't play it against Newcastle, for example. Those guys are going to defend. So against teams that are open, Buemo, Ahmad, Kua, they will shine. They will shine a lot. But against teams that go into low block, it's still going to be a problem for them. Chelsea has enough variety in the way we play that we can manage to go through all those games and at least get something. So I feel like yes, I don't even believe Liverpool safe might even finish fourth. Honestly, I think Liverpool safe is struggle.
Yeah.
I think the best of the worst first position teams right now is Chelsea, the most equipped
Yeah.
of all of them, of Liverpool, Newcastle, Man United. I think Chelsea is the one. So Chelsea is my prediction to finish
Uh,
fourth.
so yeah, it would of course before Liam came, I thought we were done for. And I know I've not seen Liam, I've just seen one game, but I've seen that it's not. I don't think this guy is trying to dismantle. It's probably too early. I would have this conversation week in, week out after the games. From what I've seen about Liam, I think he's just trying to steady the ship. He's not overdoing. So we have a good squad, and we've always said it that anybody can manage Chelsea. And I'm beginning to see that the boys themselves, they just need to give their best. I think we have what it takes. Like we've talked about these midfield problems everywhere. I think we still have a decent midfield. Like if we have Caicedo and James playing any game, we would at least try to see out a sneaky win in those games. So I think would make the fifth position. I don't think we'll make the fourth position. We'll make the fifth position. So yeah, which is strange because I like United. I like the football. I think they deserve to get somewhere. And when they play exciting football, but I think Chelsea still has a kind of conservative approach that would allow them to finish fifth, not fourth. We'll take that fifth position. It would be very strange. I think, yeah, because after watching yesterday's game, I saw a bit of resilience. Because normally, and I kept telling Joseph yesterday when watching the game, for us to win this game, we need and I called Caicedo and James, but if Sanchez is good, if he's not making rubbish mistakes, I think Chelsea has a very good chance. So our key players, Sanchez, James, and Caicedo, those three guys, if they're in form, I think we're good. Because when Sanchez is good, the guy is good. When
He
he's
has the
good,
second most clean sheets.
he does it. When
After
he's good, it gives me Pickford vibes. When he's good, like yeah, and
you didn't
Pickford
say
is
you didn't say Raya
He's a good shot
is Ryan
stopper.
Striker.
You
Yeah.
know what's crazy?
I,
We should have bought Raya. You know, I kept telling you, Shay, at that time, like Raya was available, and we were going to buy Sanchez, who was
like
third
we all
choice
play
under the ZD on Brighton.
we all
That's the
we
kind
all
of
play
owners we
fantasy
have.
Premier League. Raya, I knew Raya from Fantasy Premier League
Oh, you did?
because he
Pickford
was
has always been
always.
Yeah,
my
I always check the stats at the end of the
yeah,
season.
Raya was good at
Raya
Brentford.
Raya always has the most
yeah.
shots stopped in a season at Brentford for like 2 consecutive seasons. Like shot stopped, like he's the one that faced the most shot, saved the most shot. He always I'm like, this keeper is suffering in this club. He's a good goalkeeper. He's just
Yeah,
short.
it was very
And that's
good.
why people didn't
Yeah.
really, because he's not as tall as the other goalkeepers, but he can jump.
Yeah.
He has
The thing about
good agility
Sanchez,
and he's good in the air.
when Sanchez plays
The
well, he
first
plays
Raya
well.
game I
That's the
saw,
weird thing.
Sanchez is not as
sorry,
good as Raya.
It's not as good as
I'm
ours.
not.
It's not as
I'm
good as
not
ours.
trying to make an argument. I'm just saying when Sanchez is good, he protects us.
The good
When
goalkeeper.
he's good, he does protect us. But when he's
Yeah.
bad, like some of the goals
Sanchez
we've considered, you
is
think
a
like
very good shot stopper. That's why I believe he's a very, very good shot stopper. He's just over eccentric in a way that is a mental thing with him. Like if he loses confidence, like if he makes one mistake beginning of the game, that game is going to be bad because his confidence, his mental fortitude, everything just goes out the window like that. Or else he is a good goalkeeper. But like I'm saying, if Deserbi could come to Brighton and say, this guy, you're not first choice, you're not second choice, you're third choice, why is he first choice for Chelsea? Why?
this
What's
a
the
money
reason?
laundry,
Why?
money laundry there.
Now, money laundry.
With
So for
No,
me,
Chelsea,
no.
also
Chelsea are
what
Brighton owners.
I think as well, for me, I think it's too early to compare the Chelsea Man U finishing fourth or not. And for me, first reason for me was Chelsea Brentford yesterday. If Liam tries that against a side that can finish fairly okay, they will lose. Number two, Carrick game yesterday was in Derby. It's Man U has done well against Man City at home, even when they are struggling.
Yeah.
So
I'm
it's
already
Yeah.
like
Mm.
almost every manager Man U has had, even in their struggling days, has gotten a point of beating Man City at home. Eric Ten Hag did, or Gunnar Solskjaer did. So it's an anomaly of a match to judge Man U by. Chelsea yesterday was more like, when luck and Providence happened and just some people just didn't take their chances. But based on the play, Chelsea was not very impressive. And like I said, the 2-0 flattered Chelsea. So I would still say I've not seen much from the two of them to say either of them will finish fourth or fifth. Both of them might not even finish top four. But
none
I'm
of us
just
have
saying,
seen much. We were guessing. This was a guessing game. So
yeah,
none of us,
both of
all
them
of
might not
us.
finish top four.
So oh, you're saying
I'm just saying both of them might not because like it's too early. It's too early, but I think I will look at players' squad size. Chelsea has a bigger squad, younger players, they might do better. Man, you have a very small squad, which might be a problem. So that's my
when
thought
is
process.
Lavia coming back? Please.
Couple of things. They don't have as many games as we do. So that's an advantage for them. I think they have better defenders as well. And they are not making as much mistakes as we are doing. So Chelsea is my club, but I think Man U may just finish ahead of us. I really do. It may sound like me jumping on the Carrick bandwagon. Yes, I do that all the time. I don't. If they
On
have
the
better
left,
defenders,
or just
what you say? Mm. No, honestly, we were lucky yesterday. Sanchez made some really good saves. And, the saves Sanchez made, he made it at a time where Brentford would have gone ahead. And we know Chelsea we don't come back. When we concede, that's it, we are done. So hopefully we make it, but I still think Man U will have enough to probably finish fifth.
And the important thing you said about the games as well, too. So Chelsea is playing midweek game now. Chelsea have the game midweek.
Yeah.
Man U is waiting for Arsenal on Sunday.
Yeah.
So
On
they have
Sunday.
7 days to rest. Arsenal only has today. So the players have to rest today. They train tomorrow. They play Inter Milan on Tuesday in Italy. They come back on Wednesday. They have to play again on Sunday. Man U is just waiting. They can even rest 2 days and start training on Tuesday.
That's why I'm predicting a United victory at
Chelsea
Emirates.
as well too is going to play again upper week. So Chelsea is playing this weekend. No, played yesterday. We play on Wednesday. We play on Saturday. We play on Tuesday. So Chelsea has 4 games in like the next 10 days or 12 days.
Well, I guess this takes us to our predictions. Joseph started with predicting the next game. So yeah, I guess we'll see. So you're saying United wins Arsenal next week?
Hold on. Hold on 1 second. Let me see the games.
Okay, right. We're going to go into our predictions, I mean. I'm still on Arsenal.
Okay,
About
so
United.
Okay,
United
let's
this
start. Let me start. Let me start first of all. I won't start with Arsenal, please. I'll finish. Arsenal is the last game, so I'll know. West Ham, Sunderland. I'm going Sunderland win. Whatever the scoreline will be. Burnley, Spurs. Spurs, this one is another tricky one. Spurs have been very good away, terrible at home. But these days, home and away has just been the same story. So I'm going Burnley win. Fulham, Brighton. I'll just say Fulham is at home. Fulham win. Man City, Wolves. This is an interesting game. The Wolves have been really good this last 1 month. They've been very, very good. And even today, it was just, they could have won today's game easily. Like, they could have scored in the first half. I'm going Man City win. They can't go, I don't think they can go 5 games without winning. I don't think so. Last season, they went 5 games. They lost 5 consecutive games last season, but they've not won this year. This is going to be the 5th game. I don't think not winning again is possible. So I will go Man City win. Not because I think they might not draw. Bournemouth, Liverpool, I'm going Bournemouth win. It's away. And Liverpool too have been very shaky these days. They're not convincing in any game. Brentford, Forest, I'm going Brentford win. Crystal Palace, Chelsea win. Newcastle, Aston Villa, this one I'm going for Newcastle win. It's at St. James's Park and people hardly get a result in that stadium, no matter who you are. Arsenal, Man U, this is a hard one for me to predict. So I'll go to Everton Leeds first.
You still have to predict it. I don't know why you're dancing around it.
Everton Leeds.
You're doing a
Everton Leeds.
bad around it, but
I'm doing waka waka around it. Shakira. Everton lead. I'll go for Everton win. So back to Arsenal, Man U. This is Bangkok B. I'll go Arsenal win, but I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced because I know that Man U will set up in a counter-attack formation for us. We are not clinical in front of goal. We've not been this season. And Man U is deadly in counter-attack. That's their strongest weapon. They will run at you if you give them the chance to. So if we control the ball for 70% and Man U gets 2 counter-attacks, Man U can score the 2. We have not been clinical. So what I'm leaning towards more is a draw. But because it's at Emirates, I think we're going to win. But I know we won't lose to Man U at Emirates. Those are my predictions.
Okay, so I'm down here with Sunday. I'll go next. West Ham, Sunderland. West Ham, big win yesterday. I think it will give them a lot of confidence. So I'm going to go for a West Ham win against Sunderland. Tottenham, Burnley. Tottenham are always playing well. They've been unlucky, I think, and they play better away from home. So I'll give them a win against Burnley. There's only so much suffering that Thomas Frank can endure. Fulham, Brighton, that's going to be a draw for me. 1-1. Or Man City, Wolves, comfortable victory for Man City. Wolves are playing well, but at the Etihad, it will be too much of a task for them. Bournemouth, Liverpool. I think Bournemouth are going to struggle without Semenyo. As such, I'm going to go for a Liverpool win against Bournemouth. Sunday's games, Brentford, Nottingham Forest. I'll go for a draw. Crystal Palace, Chelsea. Crystal Palace always give us trouble. We are playing away. I think that will be a draw as well. Newcastle versus Villa. That's a very tough game to call right now. Both teams are not playing well. I'll probably go for a draw. And then, yes, I'm still sticking with the Manchester United victory at the Emirates. I'm still sticking with that.
You know, nobody has beaten us at the Emirates this season in all competitions.
Eventually, records are there to be broken.
Not Manchester United.
Okay.
It could be anybody else, not Manchester. Even I'll take Chelsea.
No,
Manchester
Chelsea. Chelsea are the last team that can do that right now. No.
yeah,
not-
my trust. Oh.
No.
You want to-
Then the last game, Everton Leeds. I'll say Everton will win that game. Everton will win. They are at home.
When are we going to talk about the fact that Stafford Bridge is now Highbury?
It's always been like that, though. When I started supporting Chelsea, well, 99, 2000, Arsenal used to beat us steady. Like,
Oh man, we
yeah, for like 4 years, Kanu's hat trick. It cycles. This thing come around, and
no, the
then
standard was we used to beat Chelsea home and away. Then there was an aberration of like 6, 7 years. So we
and
are
that was
back
the
to being.
cycle when
No, it's not
Drogba
cycle.
came.
Cycle means that it will come back again. No,
So
it's
you
not
really,
coming back.
you really don't think it will come back?
He will come
Bowley
It's
back.
not
and
coming
Co will
back
not.
again.
He will
Bowley
come
and Co will
back.
not be
It's
here
not,
forever.
it's not coming back again. We did it. We did it for like 15
No,
years.
Bowley
Maybe
and
not
Co.
in this generation.
And at some point, these young defenders and young players we are buying, we may get it right. They say this defender, this new guy is a ball playing defender. He might be good. I'm not saying, I don't know. I've not seen anything. I haven't watched anything. We
You've
got
not
it
watched
right with
YouTube.
Palmer. I haven't
Have you
watched
not watched
YouTube clips.
YouTube?
No. We got it right with Palmer. We may get it right with this guy. If we get our defense right, there isn't much difference between Arsenal and Chelsea. There isn't much difference between
What?
Arsenal and the rest of the teams. The only
What?
difference, Arsenal don't make mistakes. Arsenal are
That's the
not make.
difference.
Hmm?
That's the difference. A
So
title contending team. Don't let
yeah,
me say title
but
winning. Yeah,
if Chelsea cut out their mistakes, then we will be there. Look at the Carling Cup game.
I agree with
Sanchez
that. I
Sanchez
think the
made
main.
2 mistakes. If you take out those 2 mistakes, then what
Well,
was the
that's
outcome of the game?
well, that's
Hmm?
football. The
I think the
opposition
main
team
difference.
allows you to make mistakes.
I
Like
think the main difference is
Oh
just the
no,
fact that
no. The mistakes that we are making, some of them are self-inflicted. Like the pressure is not that much for us to make those mistakes that we concede from. If your goalkeeper is punching the ball back, that's not pressure. That's self-inflicted.
okay. Let's
Oh,
go on. Prediction. Who wants to go next?
should I go, Michael, or you want to go? Go. Okay, I'm trying to find the next games. All right, so we have West Ham, Sunderland. West Ham, Sunderland. I'm not West Ham. We'll take a draw here. I don't think West Ham will comfortably beat Sunderland, and maybe this will be a 1-1 draw. Burnley Spurs win. They're good away from yeah, Spurs will win, and we should also talk about if this guy is getting sacked.
Not this.
Fulham
Not this
Brighton.
season. Not this
Okay,
season.
okay, good. Fulham Brighton. Those are the kind of games that Brighton would win. Fulham is on. I'd say a Brighton win. Brighton win. Brighton win. They keep a clean sheet, maybe not, but Brighton should win. City is going to win. Yeah. Bournemouth, Liverpool. I don't know. I like slots, so I don't know if this is more of this is not really based on stats. This is just I expect a good manager to start winning games, and yeah, it's going to maybe 2-1 because Bournemouth is not they're not great defensively. It's not as if Ekitike would reward people that have been patient with him. Brentford, Nottingham Forest. Brentford is at home. A draw. Maybe I don't know. Because I watched both of them. I don't know if Nottingham Forest can replicate this, but you guys know I'm a defensive person. I love me Vision dies in his full element. So maybe a draw, yeah. Chelsea Crystal Palace. Chelsea would win because Mateta is not in form. I don't even know if he's playing. Did he play in the last game? I'm not sure, but these guys are not winning. I don't know. The thing about Chelsea, people don't win when they come to them. They play Chelsea and then but Chelsea will win. Newcastle, Aston Villa. Same game. A draw, yeah. Arsenal United. I would love for United to beat Arsenal, but
You know.
1-1. But the thing about Pickford, like Everton is so like today, I didn't expect them to win, but they played so well and they have a very tiny bench. I don't know how Moyes gets results from these guys, but Everton would win. And I guess his striker has started scoring Barry. I'm happy for Barry, young man Barry, and yeah, so Everton win. Everton win. I don't know how long this year will go on for. Like all that, I think the guy will pipe down all that. Has he scored in the last 3 games?
Who?
this year, the lead striker.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, it's okay.
It's called. It's called. Yeah.
last.
No, last three
Yeah.
games. It's called like 2 games away or so.
Okay, so then I was thinking we are Everton.
So
Yeah. So yeah, those are my predictions.
okay. West Ham Sunderland. I'm sorry. I don't know what people are saying in West Ham because I think West Ham are the worst team right now in the league. As Wolves have decided that they don't want to be the worst anymore. It's now West Ham that is worst. I think after West Ham is Spurs. So I will get to Frank later, but Sunderland will get to beat West Ham. That one is standard. I think maybe 1-0. That game is going to be 1-0. Fulham Brighton. I'll go for Fulham. They're at home.
Hmm.
Probably a 1-0 game too. Burnley Tottenham. So, and I feel for Franco because I like Frank a lot. I like Thomas Frank a lot. I think he's probably the most adaptable manager in the league right now. Let me actually think about this thing. Yeah, I think he is actually the most adaptable manager in the league right now. He can play because Brentford last season, right? Brentford presented as the defensive team, but they were not really a defensive team. They were defensive against top teams. But when they go against smaller teams, they play ball actually. They play normal ball or ground and score. Like Bremo had all those mad this thing. It wasn't just counter attack goals, it was constantly scoring. It was finishing at the back post, whistle too. So Thomas Frank is a good manager. But Thomas Frank as Spurs, I am not sure. There's a big caveat, right? That he has Kulusevski, Marsden, and Solanke injured. Now, he doesn't have two of his most creative players injured. He has his two most creative players injured, period. He has his best striker injured. After Kulusevski and Marsden, probably Kudus and Poro before you call Solanke again. So he has very serious creative problems there. But at the same time, Spurs are just disappointingly very bad. So I think the idea of him not being sad this season is possible. But I think what's most likely going to happen is that by the time they lose some kind 2 or 3 more games that they should not lose, like they lost to West Ham, like Wolves very likely will beat Spurs at this moment in time. Burnley very likely will beat Spurs at this moment in time. I think if he loses more games like that, he's very likely going to be sacked. So for that, I would say Burnley are going to win 2-1. Man City Wolves. I believe Man City will call with thunder and fire because losing to Derby is very, very. Derby, the way they lost the Derby will be very painful. I believe they will come back with vengeance. Still, I think this game will be like tight, maybe 1-0, 2-0 game. Bournemouth Liverpool. Honestly, I really like to see how Bournemouth play tomorrow. Semenyo was such a big part of the attack this season, right? Clivert has not kicked on from last season. Van Nielsen has not really played that well. Who else was in that attack? Taverner is playing very well. Who was in that attack? They sold Wotara to Brentford. So Semenyo has actually been carrying that attack all season. Uh, that one is probably the most difficult game to call. I'll say Liverpool win just because it's Liverpool. Liverpool have better quality players, but that game is actually going to be tight, in my opinion. We left Crystal Palace, Chelsea win. The Crystal Palace are not. By the time they lost, if they're still going to play this, they are three at the back. It's going to be what's his name? That young 19-year-old guy, I can't remember his name. I don't want to butcher his name. Going to replace Gay. So it's going to be tight, but I believe it's Chelsea win is in that game. Newcastle Aston Villa, that's the draw right there. That's the most. That's the That's the definite 0-0 draw. Brentford, Nottingham Forest. I'm going for a Brentford win. They're at home. Nottingham Forest actually not that. They are not even that defensively solid. So it was weird that Arsenal could not beat them, which I attribute to Arsenal's creativity problems. Arsenal are not that creative. If set piece doesn't open up the game, that's the people are struggling. So I'm going for Brentford winning that one. Arsenal, Man United. Ooh, Arsenal win. Arsenal win. It'll be tight, but that is like an Arsenal win. For sure, for sure. Everton Leeds, draw. I don't believe it'll be 0-0 draw. Probably 1-1 draw. But that game looks like a draw. So I'll, yeah, that game looks like a draw. All right. Those are my predictions, guys.
Okay. Last question for the day. Will Arsenal win the league? Joseph, respond.
Me,
Yes, first.
go round first.
Uh,
It's a
yeah,
good
I know
round,
part of
man.
the round.
A
I
good
don't know.
round.
I'll tell you, Arsenal win.
All indications suggest you will win the league because it's very unusual that you drop points and the chasing pack don't capitalize. The only time last season, I think it happened with Liverpool, and yeah, Liverpool went on to win the league. So based on that, Arsenal should win the league. The only problem Arsenal have is because they haven't won it before. And obviously, your fans are so critical. Like, they just come out. Yesterday, you guys wanted to slaughter Martinelli. He missed a chance. It happens in football. Did you create
One
enough chances yesterday? Personally, I don't think so. Is your manager taking risks? No. Playing Timber at left back when Luis Kelly is there. I don't know. I feel like Luis Kelly is being punished for his disciplinary issues from last season, which wasn't necessarily his fault. But like he could have taken more risks yesterday to win that game. He didn't.
We did.
So your self-doubt.
We did. I've not seen Ateta play Avaz Jesus. Like he played like 4 Eze in the same game. He played like four technically attacking players yesterday in
But
one game. That's like,
one
yeah,
one
he
thing
did,
with
yes.
you guys is once that doubt starts setting in, there's a good chance you derail. But I think if Arsenal believe they will win the league, they should win the league. I don't see why not. But you guys are already getting scared. So we'll see. But I think you win the league.
Okay.
like I was going to win the league, like that. I don't think my opinion is going to change. For my opinion to change, I need to see Arsenal versus Forest kind of performance 5 times. I know people have highlighted that Arsenal has not been playing well, but for me, because I'm a defensive-minded person, I don't think you need to play very well to. You just need to keep your back tight. And Arsenal does it. They do it better than everybody. Like they have good structure. I don't think Arsenal is like they have structure, they have patterns, and they rotate well. We can argue that okay, they don't rotate Saliba and Gabriel, but every other person they rotate very well. So um, the things that made them not win the league before, maybe some injury issues, they fixed that. I heard Mosquera was injured. The guy is back. He was on the bench yesterday. So all those you guys have sorted out, like your squad depth is mad. Like when I saw Mosquera was back, wow, these people. I was even saying, should we go and employ people's medical team? So yeah, you people struggle with low blocks, but who doesn't struggle with low blocks? Show me a team that doesn't struggle with low blocks, but at least you're struggling with low blocks, but you're not conceding. It's just 0-0. And Jose Mourinho's kind of winning the league. He didn't used to win the league playing Angie ball. Or you win the league by keeping things tight. So you guys, and that if I see Nottingham Forest kind of game consistently, then maybe. But even yesterday, you guys, you held it. So I don't have problems with Ateta. He has good game management, I think. Like, yeah, fans are complaining, but fans always be fans. Martinelli missed just one chance. Alan too missed a chance yesterday. I don't think City fans are going for his head.
Yeah.
There you
So,
go.
so that's it was just one chance. Jackson
So,
misses those kind of chances like 10 million times in one game. So nothing played very well yesterday. The only any issue you have with Noni is not new. That's what Noni was doing at Chelsea.
Exactly.
Do.
Not
End
new.
story.
That's why I was saying it. It wasn't new. It's not new.
Yeah, not you, but you can't expect so much from him. So Saka came in, improved the game a bit, but that's about that. Some of your fans are doubting because historically there's trauma, like the spirit of almost death.
Even that for me, even that for me,
Trauma.
even that trauma people talk about, I always say that like it's a fabricated trauma.
Nah.
No, I'll tell you, no, 2002,
Even you,
2000,
you are still like,
no, even me,
you are
I'm saying 2002, 2003 season, we had an artificial lead at 22 games. We are leading at 22 games by 5 points. We have not played Man City at all, anyway. So you should think
no,
about
but
it.
that
Man
trauma
City
is
that
not
was.
mid-year.
So I'm saying out Man City. We were leading the league by 5 points, but because they postponed our first game against them in December. So you are leading by 5 points, but you are going to meet Pep in 2 games in 30 days. So
Hey, but
Man
you guys
City,
don't have
Man
that
City
anymore
knew
now.
that.
Like,
I'm
Pep is
saying,
not
I'm
doing
saying,
Pep is not doing
I'm
Pep.
saying 2002, 2003. They talk about the trauma. You know, Man City knows that it is in our hands. We just have to beat these boys home and away. That is it. Because you know what happened was the only game we lost that second half of the season was against Man City. One game, the 2 games we lost it. Then we drew Aston Villa. Then Man City won all their games, and I think they drew 1 game. So it's not like we actually had a good lead. The lead was more like it is up to Man City. And Man City that time were far better than us. We're not even close. They beat us like 4-1 in one leg. Another one like 3-0. They made sure that they schooled us. So by the time we're done playing Man City, we were second.
So
And so
for
we
me,
were
the reason
second.
why you guys will win the league this season is
So
in games that have been tight. You guys have come out like I would say on scab. So tight
I agree with
games.
you. I agree with you on that. Like so, like
It's
that
as a
trauma they talk
Chelsea
about
fan,
did
it's
not really
not
exist.
you
The
guys
lead
are
was artificial. And so I still vex for Arteta. I said those 2 games, just go and draw. Which one is you are trying to win the game? Arteta wanted to win the game. It
it's
was a
doing them
schoolboy error.
down.
Just go and draw Man City home and away. Park the bus. But the guy felt that if we win these games, we have won the league. He has learned his lessons. His first title chase. Mike.
Anyway, the way I was saying mine is that it's not that it's the chasing pack that is the reason why Arsenal will win the league. The chasing pack are not just there. Like Man City is not even trying at all. I'm so disappointed in Man City. I honestly believe in December when they won, I think it was Christmas or Boxing Day fixtures when they won. My whole heart was like, yes, Man City is coming now. Arsenal, yes, get ready. See the real Pep team when they chase you to the end of the earth. I'll be showing you the real Pep ball. But since then, we've just been going to accumulated yesterday in probably the worst Man City performance I've seen on that Pep in a very long time, probably from his first season. So the Arsenal is going to win the league because there's nobody chasing you guys. It's the same way Liverpool won the league last season. There was nobody chasing them. This is what's going to happen this season again. So that's why Arsenal are winning the league. And you are the best team in the league right now, but it's not like you are the it's not a memorable kind of performance that Arsenal are giving, something that will be remembered years from now. The
We gave you
way
the one, the memorable one
the way
before we
City
didn't win
and
the league.
Liverpool
Nah,
used
I
to
don't care
do
about
back in the day. So,
the
They
only
yeah,
just need
memory I
Arsenal
want
is
to see
not
right
just
now is
there.
I don't care about memorable win. Nobody cares.
That the team with that now, that's the team with that. You can't be caring about what hey, just really put your name on the team and celebrate and move on. So, yeah, that's what it's going to be.
I agree
Arsenal
with
is
you
going to
all.
win
I
the league.
think we'll win the league, and I think we'll win the league. And I'm very skeptical. I mean, I'm an Arsenal fan, but yes, last night I was doing some stats and I saw that the first 10 games of the season, Arsenal led Man City by 6 points. So Man City was not really as bad as people thought they were. We only led them by 6 points. The second, like the next 10 games of the season, Arsenal and Man City had both 23 points from 30 points. Both like, and that was the best face of Man City this season. Their game 11 to game 20, where Foden was balling, that period was where Alan was just scoring for fun. They were scoring 4 goals. That period, Arsenal matched them like game for game. Even we had the same number of draws, the same number of wins, the same number of losses in that game 11 to game 20. So I was like, the best face of Man City so far this season was matched by an Arsenal that everybody said is not even playing well. And when I saw that, I was like, we are not creating chances. Our games we're not like winning game convincingly, and we are still able to match Man City at their best so far this season. That's their best face. And I saw the number of goals they scored was crazy. But Arsenal will not score 4 goals, but they will score 1. Then I now saw the stats that in the last 6 games last season, Arsenal only got 5 points from 18. This season we got 14 from 18. And the two people
So
that we
you
could
just
not
ask us this question to give us this Arsenal stats technically
No,
because
not that. I'm saying me myself. Last week, my mind is shake. I'm being honest with you, like because I was like with June Liverpool. I know we always struggle at Forest, and I know we are playing Man U next. So there is no way I would think that Man City will not win yesterday's game. So in my head, I'm like, if Man City wins 2 consecutive games with the kind of fixtures we have, there's problem because now they'll be sitting 1 point behind us or 2 points behind us. And that's where I was like, okay, that these last 6 games were one of our toughest period last season. And if we can get 14 from 18 and from 5, before it was 5 from 18, 14 from 18 is actually not bad. But I'm even afraid of Man U next week as well, too, because I know that Man U also is a difficult side for us. But I think overall, luck is like just on our side that next week now, Man City can go and draw Wolves. So that's it. But I think we'll win the league and we'll win the quadruple as well, too.
let's see after Milan game. We'll talk after.
No, Milan game, we already qualified for the next round. I think we are the only team that have qualified at the Bayern Munich also. People are still struggling to qualify for the next round. You guys have to win tomorrow to finish top 8. We're already in top 8. Don't worry. So we
Nobody's
just need to
talking
know.
about qualification or
We need to know our opponent, our next opponent. Not you guys are not sure you are there yet.
okay. Oh,
We are there.
Anyways,
We're
we
doing
can
the
end
long
on
route.
this. You are going to play playoffs.
We're going to play playoffs. Chelsea play playoffs. There's no difference.
That's why
We're
Man
going
U
to
might
play
finish
playoffs.
ahead of Chelsea. Another extra 2 games.
be
We will
okay.
see.
We manage our squad. This guy brought in Mueka now. Liam is bringing in people. Brought in our under 21 strikers.
He's bringing 18 and 19-year-old people. He's not bringing experience. Let's calm down in the people that he's
You
bringing.
have experience,
Yeah.
Michael. We
You need experience.
don't have experience
We
now.
don't get
You
experience.
need
That's our
experience.
problem there, right there. We need experience.
The guy is doing what he's working with what he has now. Bonnie and Co. He's working with what he
You
has. He's
need
doing the
experience.
best.
You need experience. I can tell you, like, you need experience in your team. Like, Arteta didn't just go and buy Merino at 29 for nothing. You need experience. We were buying under 25 before until we realized that we need to inject some matured, like, serious players in this team. So, I think we can end now.
Nice
and
one,
just
guys.
thank you, everybody. I think